Hi, this is your host, and first up on this channel, Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy. Setting: the USA in the 20th century. A time when the country was obsessed with the glamour of Hollywood and the charm of its first family. America's sweetheart, Marilyn Monroe, met the most eligible bachelor in the world, the sitting president, John F. Kennedy. The year before, 1960. The world watched as the charismatic leader married the former actress and socialite, Jackie Bouvier. But it was rumored that the president had eyes for another. A certain someone who could make any man weak in the knees, Marilyn Monroe. This may sound like the plot of a bodice ripper romance novel, but it's not. This is America. And if this scandal were to be true, it would rock the nation. It would make headlines around the world. What really happened between Marilyn Monroe and President John F. Kennedy? Was there really an affair, or was it all just a big media circus? We may never know the full story, but there are plenty of rumors and theories to go around. Some say that Marilyn and the president were lovers, that they had a passionate affair that was doomed from the start. Others say that it was all just a publicity stunt. A clever way to get the public's attention off of Jackie and the president's other alleged dalliances. But there are also those who say that Marilyn was more than just a fling for the president. That he was truly in love with her, and that she was the only woman he ever loved. What we do know is that Marilyn and the president met several times, and that their relationship was close. We also know that Marilyn was deeply affected by the president's death, and that she attended his funeral. What we don't know is what went on behind closed doors, what really happened between the most famous man and woman in the world. Some say that their affair began in 1961 when Marilyn met the president at a birthday party. Others say that it started much earlier. Perhaps in the late 50s, when Marilyn was just a rising starlet and the president was a young senator. What we do know is that their paths crossed often and that they had plenty of opportunities to have had an affair. But why would Jackie allow it? How could she not have known that her husband was seeing other women? Well, it's possible. No. Some say she turned a blind eye to her husband's infidelities because she was having an affair of her own. But others say that she was too classy to ever suspect that her husband was on her. We may never know what happened between Marilyn and John F. Kennedy. Their affair, if it happened, was shrouded in secrecy, and their relationship was short by the president's death. But it hasn't stopped people from speculating about what could happen. What would happen if Marilyn had lived? Would she have been First Lady? Would Jackie have moved out of the White House? Or would the president have risked it all for the woman he loved? This is your host, and remember, if you want to hear more about the scandals that rocked the nation, stay tuned for more stories.